Thank you for the opportunity to also have a few words on the 10th anniversary of the OAD. My name is Takalani Nemaungani, a director responsible for astronomy at the Department of Science and Innovation here in South Africa. The OAD, of course, is a strategic project that together between South Africa through our department, the NRF and the IAU have embarked on. So we have a very a close and strategic partnership with the OAD, from the department. And so I've been working with the OAD since in its inception many years ago, and up to now. So I sit on what we call the annual high-level meeting between the IAU and the NRF and the DSI. It's a very cordial and very productive relationship that we have for the past decade. Thank you. I think it's a very good idea in the sense, at least from the South African perspective. We invest a lot of money in the development of astronomy as a discipline, and therefore, because we use taxpayers' money, we always have to demonstrate the benefits of our investments. So therefore, that is why the idea of using astronomy as a tool for us was very attractive to South Africa. And that's why we put a bid to host the OAD here, because we knew that we were going to make huge investments in this discipline, and we needed all instruments that can allow us, as we are developing the discipline, but at the same time, we also demonstrating the benefits to society. I think there's multiple benefits that as South Africa we've benefited from the OAD. I still remember at the time when we were still bidding to host the SKA. My role was a central lobbying campaign coordinator for South Africa when we were lobbying for the SKA. And I often touch base with the OAD because we needed to demonstrate to the world that South Africa can host this global telescope, because we are already successfully hosting the OAD. So it became very handy for us, to demonstrate to the world that, we have the capacity and the passion, but also to, just to indicate that I think South Africa and Africa as a whole is ready for international partnerships. To make astronomy work for astronomers, for the development of skills and other things. So that is on a kind of, policy level, and the OAD was also very instrumental in the development of South Africa's multi-wavelength astronomy strategy. I mean, Kevin and the team, were part of that team that, was developing our decadal plan for multi-wavelength astronomy strategy. So they made a lot of inputs giving international perspectives, But of course, on a more project level, South Africa has benefited because there has been a number of projects funded through the calls made by the OAD, calls for proposals. So there have been quite a number of proposals that projects, initiatives that have been funded here in South Africa to promote astronomy, to use astronomy as a tool for development, but also the specific project that I was involved in had to do with the Astro Lab, which is a tool used for, teaching astronomy techniques to tutors and lecturers, as particularly our historically disadvantaged universities that are, developing astronomy within their physics department. So we have hosted Astro Lab workshops at University of Zululand, University of Venda, and we are also hoping to have one at Fort Hare University. So those are some of the projects that were funded by the OAD. And of course, I can also talk about the role of the OAD in reviving AFAS, the African Astronomical Society, which has benefited not only South Africa, but the whole continent. I can also talk about the role of the OAD in bringing the IAU General Assembly in 2024 to South Africa. The OAD was very instrumental in putting together and championing that bid for us. I still remember in Vienna when it was announced that we are the winners. I was there with the OAD and raising and the South African flag very high. So there are countless number of benefits that I can talk about of our journey and experiences, with the OAD over the last decade. I mean, our vision is to position South Africa and Africa, as a destination, as an attractive destination for astronomy sciences, astronomy facilities, astronomy projects and initiatives. And therefore, the General Assembly, fits in very well with that vision that will position us, and it will market South Africa. Hopefully will inspire, especially the students and the new generation of scientists and engineers. I think for us that is very important, but also at the same time, it will help us to showcase what Africa has been up to in terms of astronomy. We've got many exciting projects, the SKA, SALT, DARA, we've got AFAS, and many other initiatives that will want to showcase to the world that Africa wants to be a serious player, in this discipline of studying, the beauty of our universe and appreciating, what is there and our role in there, So I think it means many things to us. Astrotourism, currently we are busy developing an astrotourism strategy. So we hope by the time the GA comes here, we will, have a lot to offer to our visitors, and so on. I think the challenge for the OAD, of course, particularly in Africa, I think, and the developing world is, you have to demonstrate the use of astronomy as a tool for sustainable development. But before you do that, you actually have to develop the discipline of astronomy first, because you can't use astronomy as a tool for development if there is no astronomy happening in a particular country. So although the mandate of the OAD was astronomy for development, but I think the OAD has had to find itself actually even assisting with the development of astronomy in various regions of Africa. And I'm sure also in the developing world. So it's kind of a dual mandate in a way, if you think about it. But also, I think one of the challenges of the OAD, of course, has been resources. Given the such a big mandate, they've had to work very hard to respond to various, needs, with very limited, and I think I can remember even the kind of awards like the Edinburgh Award that Kevin has won and so on. So, yeah, yeah, I think, I should think those are some of the, challenges. Yeah. Well done indeed to Kevin and the team, Nuha, Ram, and Vanessa, and all the other volunteers who have been part of this journey. So really, the leadership of Kevin has been very outstanding. As a very open-minded person, very flexible, always willing to assist the community, and sharing his views and ideas. Yeah, so I think I'd like to encourage him to continue on the good solid foundation that he has laid, taking the OAD to the next level, and the African astronomy and the mandate of the OAD globally. So yeah, we still look forward to many more exciting years ahead, as we do what we love. Yeah, so we just received the second review by an independent panelist of the OAD, and I also participated in providing the responses to the review together with the NRF, and I think we were very pleased with the outcome of the review. This is the second review, I think, on the OAD that we have had to go through, and which allows us now to get into the third phase of this partnership, that we have with the, OAD. I think our executive committee at the department was very pleased with the performance of the OAD in the past period, and its contribution, to astronomy, and also committed ourselves to continue co-funding the OAD together with the IAU in this strategic partnership for the next 6 years. And also we accepted the recommendation to bolster the team at the OAD and bring on board a development specialist so that we can deepen the work of the OAD in terms of using it as a tool for sustainable development. So I think we are slowly but surely bolstering the capacity of the OAD. I know in the previous review, we added an astronomer at the OAD. That is when we brought Vanessa on board. That was in the past review, and then now hopefully there will be another person. So I think that has been very good work, and we look forward to see more results and impact, I think, in the coming years, working together with all the key stakeholders that are involved. Yeah, so I think my message, is very simple. that continue to build on the work on the foundation that has been laid. It is almost like when you are building your house. You start somewhere with a foundation until you get to the roof. But that is only even when you are still building. You still have to come to a point where you live inside that room. You live inside that house so that you can start enjoying the benefits of that building. But it takes patience, it takes consistency, determination, and so on. And because now at least these offices and the networks have enabled people to come to know each other, and then work together. Astronomy globally, is a very much partnership-driven enterprise. It shows itself in major projects like the SALT, SKA, that no single country that we are in. Thank you.